Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Nebraska's offense will get first crack at it today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And they can't make the connection on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The Huskers will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Barney. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Catch in the middle, it's Barney. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
He'll keep it himself. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
And the Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, in the not-too-distant past, Texas has had some big-time quarterbacks. Vince Young, Colt McCoy. But this guy here, he poses a lot of problems, not just because he can hurt you with his arm. He is athletic, and they are smart to use him in the option game.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
With the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway.
10 seconds.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off-play action on first down. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Key. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wide out. A strike downfield. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Huskers look to do some damage in the red zone. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Key. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. Is 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback on the keeper. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. And here here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Moore. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
4 wideout set, 2x2 on 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Raiola. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Short gain on the play before he slides. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Moore. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
You gotta love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Wide open downfield. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Going deep. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking to throw for it. The short hands, it's Hunter. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll go to the ground, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He'll pull it down. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got him. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got him downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. And it's good from 58 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Dropping back, it's Manning. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Complete downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Finds his man. It's Wingo. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Got his man quickly. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back has it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He'll keep it himself, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is in the air. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They have a ton of designed runs in the playbook for him, much like when Vince Young took over full-time at quarterback, threw for over 1,500 and rushed for another 1,000. Dual-threat guys can move the ball.
Yeah, and when you got a quarterback like that, you should have a ton of runs in there. I mean, if I'm Texas, I got a guy that's got wheels like that can burn. I would be dumb not to have this as a big part of my playbook.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Find some fresh air. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Manning. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Hunter. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Gain of 25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's second and long. Off play action. On target to the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
He's tackled on the play at the 23. First down for the offense.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. To the ground with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here instead of going for it. And it's right down the boulevard. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that, and I'll keep trotting him out there.
Set to advance on the football. Texas.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Back to throw, it's Manning. Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Going for it all. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Ives. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. To throw, it's Raiola. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Hunter. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Raiola. That's reeled in, it's Key. Good execution, they move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Caught over the middle, it's Hunter. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one.